Hello, I am coming at you today with a pretty big Sephora VIB sale haul. I do have some of these products on my face and will show you how they applied. I've been playing around with some of these already. Some are not going as I thought they would. Others I'm really liking. I've placed a couple of orders, shopped online, and have some thoughts to share with you. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. I have a lot of fun things to share with you today, so let's go ahead and get into my Sephora holiday, or is it fall VIB sale haul. You know, when it comes to hauls, beauty, makeup, or Sephora hauls, the term big or huge is subjective. This haul may be small to some people, but it may be enormous to others. However, keep in mind that this haul may be larger or a little bit different than the average person's. I test out and review products for a living to hopefully help you make better buying decisions, to give you my perspective on what products I think are truly worth your money and which ones I don't. Sometimes I can tell things right away, but for most of these products, especially the ones I haven't even tried yet, I will be sharing more thorough reviews, probably in my monthly favorites, my November favorites and fails. One will be shared in an upcoming foundation roundup for sure. So be sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that. And if you want to see more information about any product or shop, I have everything listed and linked down below in my description box. As I always do, the Sephora sale ends on November 7th for all Beauty Insider members. If you're not a member, you can still join and save 10%, which for a lot of us is tax. It's free to join, so I'll have the main page linked for you down below too. A few of these products, I am kicking myself for waiting so long to purchase. I don't know why I waited so long, especially for this one being the blush lover that I am. So this is the RMS 3-Dimension Hydro Powder Blush. The shade that I have and that is on my cheeks right now is French Rose. I can go ahead and tell you these are worth the hype. These are every bit as beautiful as everyone says they are. Don't be scared of this metallic look that's in here. I was a little nervous about that. I thought it might emphasize, you know, some texture, some crow's feet. It doesn't at all. It's very, very flattering. Forgot I had other swatches on my hand here. We'll talk about that in a minute. So this is what that looks like. I mean, it's just beautiful. It just enhances everything good. It gives you an airbrush diffused look. I applied this side with a dense brush and this side with just a more traditional blush brush because I wanted to see if there was a big difference in application, and it applied beautifully with either one. I have already tested this out and it wears beautifully all day. I also love that once you buy one of these, you can buy the refill. So you don't have to buy a whole new blush unless you just want to have multiples. I'm so glad I finally got this. It is beautiful, absolutely worth the money. Now, they were out of a few shades. If I can source those elsewhere, I will. I'm not sure how they'll be priced there, but I'll do what I can. I test and review foundations regularly for those of us with mature skin over 40, and I started testing this foundation very briefly before the Sephora sale started and had a very incorrect match. So I decided to pick it up during the sale in what was hopefully a correct match. This is the Patrick Ta Cream Foundation and Finishing Powder Duo, which you will see me apply to my face. It is what I have on my face today, which is not going that well. And that is one reason why I don't do first impressions very often. If I had given you my review after the first time I tested it, it would have been glowing, which is a completely different experience than what I'm having today, which doesn't make it a bad foundation. I just feel like when it comes to foundations, they need more than a day or two of testing, and that's why I do the foundation roundups the way I do. So you'll see more information about this foundation in my upcoming foundation roundup, so be sure you're subscribed if you're not already. So 3 different shades. I want to say they were all in the light medium range, were sent to me from the brand, and I thought one of them would work and none of them did. So this is light medium 1. It was too dark and olive, and I ended up purchasing light 2, and I think that works really nice. So if you think you are my foundation shade match twin, that's what I would recommend. So you have your foundation here underneath this protective cover so it doesn't get destroyed by the powder. And obviously I'm still testing this, but I will say that today I applied it on this side of my face with the Patrick Ta brush, which I think is a really nice brush, and I used a dry sponge on this side of my face. I do think it applies really quickly. It blends out easily and seamlessly. And I think how smooth and flattering it looks is dependent on how prepped your skin is. And I think that that's where I've gone wrong today. I'm not sure. We'll know for sure by the time my foundation review comes out. But I feel like my skin, my forehead in particular, is a little bit dehydrated today, and you can just see some texture. I also have had some issues today with it settling in my forehead creases before it was set and after, which is not good, but I don't recall having that issue the other day. Now, I didn't apply either of these products to my under eye area because I never apply foundation to my under eye area since it sets down. And this setting powder is described as being mattifying, and I don't want anything mattifying under my eyes. So I just use this on my face minus my under eye area. I started out applying it with the brush, but felt like it wasn't really meshing with my skin, becoming one with my skin, if you will. So I started pressing it in with that dry sponge and then dusted away excess with the brush. And for me, that works a little better to have it melded in with my skin versus sitting on top. It's been a couple hours. I haven't blotted. So far, so good. As of right now, I have mixed feelings. Those are just my quick observations and thoughts based on what I've tried so far. Stay tuned for my more thorough review in my upcoming foundation roundup. I would like to know if you've tried this yet or any products in this video down in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. I also picked up the Glowish by Huda Beauty Blur Jam Silicone Free Smoothing Primer. I was really drawn to this based on partly the reviews and the description. It's supposed to instantly mattify, smooth texture, and give a soft blur effect. I like all of those things. I would have tried it today, but I didn't want it to interfere with my foundation test just yet. It has this little scooper in the top, kind of like a little lip balm, which I kind of like. Okay, and then when you pull that off, it's got this, I guess, jelly or jam consistency. Is that why it has the name it has? It's completely unscented. I just scooped out a little bit. So let's see how this does. It feels very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's just smoothing. It's just a nice kind of whipped gel consistency is how I would describe it. Okay, it feels like it's all blended in. Now, I don't really notice that the pores on the back of my hand are completely blurred out, but of course I'll have to test this on my face, but it does feel like it's completely set down. It doesn't feel tacky at all. So I'm anxious to see how this holds onto foundation. Is it gripping at all while it's mattifying? And does it actually smooth my pores? So stay tuned for my verdict on that. I'll probably have something in my November favorites and fails. After my Tower 28 mascara fail and my October favorites and fails, I had a few of you ask if I had ever tried the Cali Ray Come Hell or High Water mascara. So I picked up the little travel size, which I know sometimes travel size mascaras don't always perform the same as full size mascaras. Sometimes they seem like they're a little bit better and then you get the full size and they just don't perform the same. My goal here was to see if this flattened out my curl the same way the Tower 28 did, or if it was just completely goopy, basically to see if it was a complete fail. So it's got this long, thin wand. I curled the lashes of both of my eyes, and on this side, I applied just the Cali Ray, and on this side, I applied a very light coat of a drugstore waterproof mascara before going in with the Cali Ray. And after one coat, I could tell that the Cali Ray straightened my lashes out a little bit, although not nearly as much as the Tower 28 did. But I do feel like this is kind of a clumpy formula. I had to spend a lot of time combing my lashes out to separate them, which I don't think I got that on camera. Now, before I put on a second coat, I let both sides dry fully, and I did curl this side again. And I think it looks pretty good on both sides, but I really don't like having to do that. So as far as this being a formula that holds my stick straight lashes curled, I don't think this is it, but you know, it's a decent everyday mascara. It's just not my favorite. I'll put my non-waterproof favorite everyday mascaras that hold my curl and give me some nice everyday volume and length down below as alternatives. If you also have very hard to curl, hard to hold your curl, sparse lashes like I do, because those might be options you might want to get from the Sephora sale. I picked up a couple of products from Tarte. Now, I'm not sure if this is new from Tarte or if it's reformulated or repackaged, but I decided to pick up the Smooth Operator Amazonian Clay Finishing Powder, the little mini size, just in case I didn't like it. I don't see any reviews on this yet. Oh, look how cute. The little mini has just two little sifter holes. That's so cute. I don't notice a scent to it, and it does feel nice and smooth and mattifying. Smooth Operator, the name. You know what? Let's see if we can blot a little bit of shine with this really quickly. I'm just tapping some into the lid. Use the Patrick Ta brush. Oh, that's nice. It's a very cloud-like powder. It seems to smooth imperfections. It's almost kind of an airbrushing finishing powder as well, I think. It doesn't seem like it's building up on top of my makeup, which is really nice. I think I'm gonna keep this out in case I get a little shiny underneath these hot lights. But I mean, I like that. And I'll get back to you with my verdict on how it sets my makeup, probably in my November favorites, and if it's worth getting a full size. Another Tarte product really caught my eye, and some of you are gonna know why this caught my eye. There's a couple of reasons. We have the Tarte 30-Second Eyes Shadow and Liner Trio. Now this is a set of 3 for $35, which I think is really great. I mean, that makes each of these drugstore priced. And you can also mix and match the liners and shadows in here. So you have some multitasking going on. That's the first reason. You've got a shadow stick and a liner in one, which I think is great. And these enable you to get ready very quickly, which is great. They're also great for travel. I mean, I could go on. I just love products like this that give you more than just one thing. So here's the shadow stick, here's the liner. So you have a champagne luster quick stick with a burgundy liner, and a mauve luster quick stick with a black liner, and a rose luster quick stick with a warm brown liner. These blend out easily. The finish is really nice. The liners give you time to smudge them out if you're someone who likes to smudge your liner. Now I wore these about a half a day, so I need to give them a longer wear test, of course, but I do think this is a nice little set, and I'll keep testing it and give you my verdict a little bit later. Before I get into what's on my eyes and some lip products and some other things that aren't here yet, I want to share this new Living Proof No Frizz Vanishing Oil product that I'm excited about because of where I live and all the humidity here. I'm always dealing with frizz. So this is a silicone-free oil treatment that stops frizz and adds healthy shine. This was kind of a no-brainer for me because I typically have pretty good luck with Living Proof products. It says it's a fast-absorbing blend that mimics your hair's natural oils, providing frizz protection and hydration for smooth, shiny, healthy-looking hair. And it says you just take a small amount and you can work it through damp or dry hair. I haven't opened this yet. I don't even know what it smells like, so I'm gonna open it and put it on the back of my hand. I don't really have frizz going on today, so I don't think it's gonna do me any good right now. We can at least see kind of how it absorbs. Oh, it has a very, very light, faint, clean smell. So that is nice. All right, I'm just gonna do one little drop. Let me get this hand over here. I think that's gonna be a little bit better. It's a very silky oil. It doesn't feel greasy, and I feel like it's absorbing into my hand. Is it? Let's see. What's going on here? Yeah, I mean, it feels light. It doesn't feel greasy. It almost has a citrusy smell to it, but it's very light. I'm not seeing a ton of oily residue there. As someone with a fine hair that also gets dry and frizzy, I have hopes for this. The swatches that have been on the back of my hand since before this video started, aside from the blush swatch, are from Dior's limited edition exclusive Backstage eyeshadow palette. This is the Khaki Neutrals palette. I had zero intention of getting this, but was walking through Sephora and it caught my eye, and it is what's on my eyes today. I really love this for a fall holiday look that's not so over the top that it's not wearable. Now, you may notice or you may not notice, this eye may look slightly different from this eye from the crease and above. I used bronzer in my crease and transition on this eye because I wasn't loving the middle shade, which is what I used on this eye. But you may not be able to tell on camera, I don't know. So I lined my lower lash line with this green shade and extended that line up a little bit so that I wouldn't go below that when I was applying my eyeshadow to my upper lid. Then I took this really deep kind of forest green and patted it along that line in kind of this smudgy modified wing shape and just kind of smudged it out. Later on, I took a flat eyeliner brush and pressed it along my lash line just to give a little bit more depth there. But that's all the eyeliner that I have on. Then I took this green shade again and added a little bit more towards the inside, just kind of buffed it along the edges of where I stopped the deep green shade. And I kind of wanted to mess with this, what I would call olivey khaki shade. So I just added that kind of on the outer half of my eye. And then I applied this shade with my finger to the rest of my lid. And then I added just a dab of this white snowy shade to my inner corner. It was actually a very easy look and I like the way it came out. You could of course go more dramatic or more subtle if you want to. I love having these warm khaki greens with the neutrals and the gold. It's just perfect for fall and winter. And it is limited edition, and I'm glad that I got it because I don't have anything like this in my collection currently. And Dior shadows in general just blend out so easily, and you can make them as subtle or as bold as you want to. I've really been enjoying this. I've been raving about Natasha Denona eyeshadow palettes for so long, yet for some reason it never occurred to me to try her lip products. Why is that? I am kicking myself now because I just bought my first Natasha Denona lip crayon and lipstick, and I am loving them so much. I have both on my lips today. So I have the I Need a Nude lip crayon on in My Dream. I also have the My Dream lipstick on, and I could not be happier with this shade of both, but also the formula. So you'll see me apply the lip pencil. It is so creamy. It glides on beautifully. It's also a formula that just allows you to easily fill in your lips, overline without it looking overdone, and helps keep your lip products on throughout the day. This is a great one if you're worried about your lip products bleeding. Again, why have I not tried this before? Now, I think they describe both of these shades because, you know, they're kind of a pair as a light pinky nude. I'd say they're more of a light medium pinky nude. I mean, I have shades that are way lighter than this. Now, the lipstick tube itself is not my favorite. It's a little bit bulky. It does have that magnetic packaging, which is really nice, but the formula inside makes it worth it. So there's the shade of the bullet next to the lip pencil. And here they are swatched on the back of my hand. There's the lip liner and there's the lipstick. This lipstick stays on really nicely for a bullet lipstick formula too without being matte, and that's something I love. I'm not a huge fan of matte lipsticks because I just find as we get older, they just don't flatter our lips as much. This fills out my lip lines nicely. It feels good. It's comforting and it lasts. I cannot ask for more than that. Well, I could ask that it takes up a little bit less room on my purse, but other than that, it's fantastic. I will definitely be purchasing more shades from Natasha Denona. I can definitely feel this is going to be a slippery slope, just like her palettes. By the way, I did repurchase the Natasha Denona Mini Biba palette. I lost it in our move somehow. I have no idea how. I have several of the mini palettes, love them so much. This was one that I absolutely love. And these are just good no-brainer palettes. This is a great neutral palette to have. So after searching and searching and searching for it and not finding it, I decided, you know what? Sale time is a great time to get another one. It's worth it just to have these on hand to get ready quickly, not have to think, to throw in your bag for travel. So this was a repurchase. So that other swatch that you saw on my hand is a gloss that I purchased for the first time to test out from Tower 28, which actually goes really nicely with the Natasha Denona My Dream shades. This is the Shine On Lip Jelly from Tower 28 in the shade Pistachio. So let's just throw this on. I'm gonna blot the lipstick I have on first, just to mattify it a little bit. Now, I had somebody in my comment section say that the Tower 28 glosses had a lot of scent to them and they couldn't wear them. I don't notice a strong scent to this. It almost makes me wonder if they go bad easily. The reason why I wanted to blot some of that shine off first is so you could see the shine that these leave. So I smudged out that swatch a little bit so you could see that you can have some more opacity or have them be a little bit translucent with a tint. These are not sticky, they're moisturizing and leave your lips nice and shiny. There's several different types of oils. Apricot kernel oil, which nurtures and soothes, raspberry seed oil, which protects lips from free radicals and environmental damage, and rosehip oil, which has vitamins A and E that promotes cell repair and regeneration. So there's good ingredients in here for your lips. It's kind of a gloss and a lip oil in one. It's very flattering. I've been enjoying it so far. Now, I, like many of you, have ordered products that just aren't to me yet, so I'll put those here on the top of the screen. Two staple products that I pretty much always keep on hand that I have ordered, but they're just not here yet. My Drunk Elephant Lippy Balm. I notice a huge difference in my lips when I don't use it. There's an ingredient in here that helps keep and replenish the pigmentation in your lips, and I do notice a difference in the evenness of my outer lip line and just how pigmented my lips are, especially as I get older. I've never had another lip balm that does this for me. It also helps keep my lips hydrated just better than other lip balms. So I actually ordered a couple so I won't run out. And my favorite Holy Grail face mask, I mentioned this in another video, the Origins Retexturizing Mask with Rose Clay. It's a dual mask. It exfoliates while it clears pores, and it's one of the best clay masks that I've ever tried that genuinely makes a difference in my skin the next day in terms of how it feels, how it looks, without drying it out. I also ordered the new Makeup by Mario palette release an hour after I filmed this video. I stumbled across the Nest Festive Wall Diffuser set. I didn't know that Nest made their own wall diffusers, and there's not many. Actually, I don't know if there's another brand that I would buy a dedicated wall diffuser from. I mean, there's Bath & Body Works. They're always out there, but I love and burn Nest candles regularly, and this actually was not priced as high as I thought it would be. So I grabbed it. I'll see what it's all about. I grabbed my annual holiday Nest candle, another Nest Moroccan Amber. Those are always restocks. And I'm still trying to decide at this moment between several different perfumes. Maybe some of you can help me if you've tried any of these. They came on my radar and I just can't decide, but I need to before the sale ends. We have Alien Goddess Intense. I've heard fantastic things about it. Juliet Has a Gun Vanilla Vibes, Erin Amber Musk, and Kayali Love Fest Burning Cherry. Do you have any of those? Feedback on any? I'm wanting something for the cooler months, fall, winter, and I keep hearing good things about all of them, and so I can't make up my mind. I have a couple of Sephora Holiday VIB sale videos out. If you are shopping for yourself or for someone else, you can get to those here on the screen. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful and fun. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!